Good day trader, this is Bokam from deeppocketsforex. We'll be giving you our weekly forex forecast. Now before getting started with this video guys, I would just like to let you know that our forecast is mainly wave analysis. We may include smart money in our inner circle, but when it comes to YouTube, we only forecast for you guys based on wave analysis. So before wasting any more time, let's just jump onto GBP USD. Guys, as you know, from this point we've been focusing GBP USD. We focused at this drop here and we highlighted that we're expecting this drop to go below this low here, and that's exactly what we got. And we focused at this corrective structure here and we got exactly that. After the correction, we focused at a drop here and then we focused at this up. We focused that this drop will break this previous low, and it did exactly that. And then our price moved up to this area, and then we say that we're expecting one more drop, expected to slightly break this previous low, of which it kind of like failed to break it. It just went around the same area, and then we focused on that. After that, we're expecting an up move here, and we say that the up move is expected to move up to around this area, breaking this high slightly, and we got this movement up to around this area. Now this is where things got interesting. This is on the 4 hour, by the way, so let's just shift on to the 1 hour and let me show you something here. You see, in wave analysis, before any movement, you can at least see signs at a high level of accuracy that this might happen on wave analysis, in my experience. So from here we moved up and then we got a pullback and then we got this up move here. Now up to this area here, you can actually read price, how price behaves here. You can actually read price that price will not continue up here. As you were trading from this area, like some of you were able to share this trades and how you got a perfect entry from this area. If you're able to read price, following price and reading from this area, you'd have known that price is less likely to break this previous high here. Let me show you on the 4 hour. Price is less likely to break this previous high here, but I'll not get into that because it will be a long conversation. It will be a very long conversation, so I'll not get into that. I'll just show you that from here we got a drop up to around this area, back to this base here, and then we're starting to move up like this. Now remember that in wave analysis we use waves. The first wave may not break this previous high, but we go down again to gain momentum, and then there's a possible wave here again. Expect to break this previous highs like that. There's still the structure that we're expecting, that price will move from here all the way up like this, breaking this previous high, up to around this area. After getting this drop, this movement is still expected. Okay, it's not a movement that we've dismissed. We're still expecting this movement to go up, guys. So just keep that in mind. We're still expecting price to move up like this, and as price gets to this area, it's wise to be able to observe. If you are running any trades from this area, it's very wise to observe what happens here. Before price continues up or price reverses. So price will show you and be able to read your structure at this area here. That's on GBP USD. Let's just move on to the next chart. This is very interesting. Look what we have here. Remember guys, this previous week we focused at this up move here. This is very interesting. Let me move on to the 4 hour and just show you something here. This previous week we focused it to you that we're expecting price to move up, to break this previous high, and even break this previous high, but we haven't gotten price to go beyond this high. But at least what we focused that up move here, price to move up, and look at this guys, we're getting just strong bars up, breaking this previous high, just as we highlighted to you. Let me just show you here, and then we got a pullback here. Now already what we're getting here, you can actually read what is about to happen. You can actually read the next move. This is a 4 hour. Let me just go to the 1 hour and just confirm something. Okay, going back to the 4 hour, we got an impulse move and we're starting to get a little bit of struggle here. We're expecting a drop, breaking previous low, expected to break previous low here, then a corrective structure, break previous low, and then up move like this up to around this area, breaking previous high, just as we highlighted from this area. We're expecting price to break all these highs. But again, I know most of you as traders, you are most likely to get tempted and think that if you've entered from this area and then you get an impulse move like that, and then now you see price starting to drop, you're starting to panic and think that structure has changed. Structure has not yet changed. price will not just move like this impulsively. Price moves in waves. You get an up move, you get a pullback. You get an up move, you get a pullback. You get an up move, and in these areas of pullbacks, this is where the market plays with your psychology. And some of you here, once you get this up move here, and then you see price starting to drop like this, you are now starting to think that price is continuing lower here, and now this is when now you begin to sell and think that price will continue lower. No, price will not continue lower. Price was just manipulating you to think that it will continue lower, and the moment you sell, price moves up. And now when it starts to move up, now when you see breaking this previous high, and then you think now that price is continuing higher, you think that price is continuing higher. Now as you think that price is continuing higher, now price now will begin to drop. Now these are patterns that were specifically made to mess with you, to manipulate you to think otherwise. So this is NZD, and now at least you have me to be able to decode to you some of these things, so that you're able to understand and so that you're able to avoid these manipulations, guys. This is NZD, and let's move on to the next pair. This is NZDJPY, guys. For NZDJPY, this previous week we got an up move like this, breaking this previous high. Let me show you guys. Let me show you in the 4-hour. Let me show you in the 4-hour. Remember, guys, I told you this previous weeks that we're expecting price to break higher, breaking this previous high and breaking this previous high. Remember, guys, what I've been telling you that is that in wave analysis, you can actually spot the next move at a high level of accuracy based on how structure moves. So just from how price was moving here, we're able to spot that we're expecting an up move to break this previous high here. That's exactly what we got, as you can see here. So we got price moving like this, and then sideways, and then we're getting a drop here. So let's just shift to the 1 hour and just read price at this area and see what is likely to happen. So based on this, you can expect this, something like this, then a drop here, breaking this previous high, this previous low, I mean corrective structure, then break this previous low. So this previous low, I cannot tell you for now how far it might go, but we're expecting a drop to break this previous low. From here it might continue lower, but I'm not saying that for now. I'm just saying we're expecting this drop here. That's on the 1 hour view. Let me go to the 4 hour and just read price overall structure. So based on this chart on the 4 hour, we might get a corrective structure like this, just like I highlighted, and get a drop. That's on the 4 hour. That's what I'm seeing on the 4 hour view based on the overall structure here. So we're most likely to break this low and break this low like this, and even get something like this from here. But guys, remember one thing: the forex market, there's a lot of deception and there's a lot of manipulation. Whenever a movement like this is to be expected, there has to be manipulation. So just be careful if we might get a spike here before getting this drop here. You should be able to understand the market just like that. Don't be manipulated. So just keep in mind, for us to get a movement like this, we're most likely to get manipulation first and then a drop like that. That's how the market works. So keep in mind. That's on NZDJPY, guys. This is NZDUSD, guys. NZDUSD, let's see, drop, corrective structure, drop, corrective structure, drop, up. That's on the 1 day. Let's just go to the 4 hour and see how it looks there. Oh, there's an interesting structure. Look here, we got an up move, we got a drop, we got a corrective structure, a peak formation, breaking previous low. Well, most likely we get a corrective structure, drop, then shoot up like this. This is expected, guys. Keep in mind, breaking high and even breaking high up to around this area. Remember this, NZDUSD, we're looking for an up move here. This is NZDCHF, guys. Let me show you something. There's the overall structure. There's on the weekly chart. Let me go to the 1 day. Let me go to the 1 day time frame. Okay, guys, this is NZDCHF. So just based on the structure, we're able to see here that price has not even completed moving up here. So we're most likely to continue up to around this area here. That's on the 1 day. So let me just go to the 4 hour and just show you why. Okay, looking at price, how price has moved here, and then we move like this, then pot down, then up, drop, up, drop. So here, guys, let me show you something. We're most likely to get a corrective structure, then one more down here, slightly breaking this previous low, and then shooting up like this, breaking this previous high. So expect this. This is on NZDCHF, guys. This is on the 4 hour time frame. Now remember, again, in the forex market, 80% the times before a movement happens, you're supposed to know. Like in wave analysis, you're supposed to be able to predict that move. Around 80% of the times, the market will show the next move, what is most likely to happen. So on wave analysis, that's what I'm focused into. You just reading from this, what is happening here, you're actually able to notice that we're most likely to get a drop here, and then a corrective here, then a drop, just like that. This is wave analysis, guys. Let me go to the 1 hour and just read price for you at that point of view. Just what is happening here, we're able to spot that we're expecting a corrective structure, then drop, breaking this previous low. That is what I can read based on wave analysis, and then up like that. That is what I can tell you right now for day traders. Those are looking for entry around this area. So if you're interested in this, you can ignore the drop and then look for a buy movement. That is what I can advise you guys to do on NZD-CHF. Expect an up move from around this area, up move. After this, then drop. Look what we have here. We have Euro CAD. We have Euro CAD, guys. There's an interesting structure, by the way. We've got a drop here, and then we're starting to move like this. And there's a struggle here. Let me just go to the 4 hour view and just see what is happening there, so that I can be able to decode the structure for you. We recently got a down move, a strong down move here, and then we're getting an up move. Expect a corrective structure, up, correction, up, and then expect a drop, just like that, similar to this one here. Expect it here, expect it here, breaking previous low, breaking previous low. Not so sure about this low, but we're expecting this drop here to break this previous lows. That's on the 4 hour chart. That's on the Euro CAD. Let's go to the 1 hour and see what is happening there, guys. Okay, impulse, corrective structure, drop, corrective structure, drop, up move is expected, breaking previous low. So this will just be a corrective structure that I've been talking about on the 4 hour. This is how it is most likely to happen, and then maybe another correction, then up, then big drop, like that, just as I highlighted to you on the 4 hour chart. That's on Euro CAD. Let's not waste any more time here. Let's move on to the next pair. This is USD's JPY, guys. For USD JPY, let's see here. Let's go into the 1 day and see what is happening there. Oh, USD JPY, guys. This is very interesting, because from here we focused on an up move. We said we're expecting an up move, and you guys remember I even made a follow-up this past week and said we're still expecting price to continue up, and that's exactly what we're getting. We're still expecting price to continue up to break this previous high. So we're still expecting that, and this then at the 1 day time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour and see what is happening and see how things look there. Okay, we got an impulse pullback. Okay, so right from this area, if we get a drop here, don't be surprised. If we get price moving like this, drop, moving like this, drop, don't be surprised. We're just gaining momentum to move to the upside, so let's go to the 1 hour and see what is happening. Okay, there's not much to talk about here. I'll just hold my weight. Oh, there's Euro GBP, guys. Euro GBP on the 1 day time frame. It's very difficult to share anything here, because we're just moving sideways. But for the benefit of you guys, day traders, let me just go lower and just be able to share my opinion from that point of view. Ooh. Okay. Oh, from here we got an impulse here, and then we got a pullback. There's a possibility here to get a corrective structure, then one more drop, then up, like that. Or corrective structure, drop, corrective structure, drop, then one more up, like that, breaking this previous high. Expected. I can't share beyond this. I can only talk about this here. And alternatively, we can get a corrective structure like this, and then even move lower like this. Maybe get a corrective structure here, then lower like this. Since we got this drop like this, we may move like this. It's highly possible. To move like that, but I'll stay away from this pair here. Personally, I'll just stay away from it. This is USDCHF. This is on the 1-day time frame. The movement that we forecasted, it's not yet forgotten. From here, we focused on an up move to break this previous high, and we just got an up move here up to around this area, and we're starting to see signs of moving down. No, this is not signs of moving down, guys. Let me just share with you. Let me just go on to the 4-hour and show you. Okay, we move up, we move correction here, and then we did focus to you that we're still expecting more up after the corrective structure is completed, and we got an up move here. We got an up move, we got a pullback, and then we got an up move, and then we're starting to move like this, and then we're this drop here. So from this structure, we can already tell that from here there's a possibility to move up again and break this previous high, and then get a drop like that, breaking this low, but then continue up. Let me go to the 1-day and just show you that. You see, there's a possibility here that gonna move like this and then drop, breaking previous low, and then continue up like this to break this previous high, because this movement needs to be satisfied. We can get a pullback and then up, so be careful here if you'd like to sell, because there's not a seller zone here. It's not a seller zone. We're looking for the upside only. This is GBP JPY. Wow, guys, look at this. You remember this past weeks I told you that we're expecting a big wave down like this, similar to this one. Around this area, I did share with you that we're expecting a big wave, and I did mention to you that be careful here of manipulation. There's heavy manipulation whenever we're expecting big drops like this. There's heavy manipulation. Now look at this. Do you see this? And this is called a peak formation, guys. It's called a peak formation, and after this, we're looking for entries to the downside. And how things look here, this actually looks interesting. We can get something like this, and then maybe something like this. From here, I can't really share for now, but I would like to see how price behaves from this area, and see if I can see if there's any entry that is provided here. But as for now, on the 4-hour and on the 1-day, things are clear that direction is down. Don't be deceived by this spikes. These are only made to induce you into the market, like to seduce you and get you to enter. This is what these movements are made for. These fake outs and spikes, peak formations. This is what these things are made for, to induce you into the market, guys. So be careful, be very careful whenever you're expecting a big drop, or a big up. Keep that in mind. Look at this. This was just to seduce you into the end. It was quick drop and then up like that, just to seduce you into thinking otherwise. And then we get these things all the time. Look here, spike to seduce you, then drop. But anyway, let's just move on to the next chart, and let me not share much. I'm supposed to complete this video anytime soon. Wow, this is gold, guys. Remember this past week what I said? I told you that expect a movement up. Let me just go into the 4-hour and show you. What is this not loading? You see, I did tell you guys that we're expecting an up move to break this previous high. There's some of you have been bothering me and saying that I should talk about gold, and I made sure that for this past 2 weeks I've been keeping up with this, and I did tell you we're expecting a movement up. Gold up, and even though we got this drop and then we got up and then we got this impulse move, this did not mean that gold is continuing lower. It just meant that those of you who want to sell, just be seduced into selling and then be trapped, and then price would start to move up like that. So this is gold for you. We're still expecting more up. We might get a corrective structure here, maybe something like this and up, but we're expecting this price to break this high here, and then maybe I don't want to share yet what would happen here, but just for the sake of you guys, from this area we might get a drop. That is what I can share with you. That is all that I can share with you this week, and I hope you have a successful week, guys. Let's meet in the next video, and please guys, don't forget to drop a like. If you're benefiting from these videos, don't forget to let me know in the comment section. It's very important. It's very important. So see you guys.